Welcome back to my latest pool breakout review. Tim here to break it all down for you. We got easy ways to make tough shots. Hit the like button first of all, and make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're getting better every day. All right, and you want to be on board. Let's see. First of all, we got this tough shot we're going to make. Cut it in. Break those balls apart over there. Okay, good. And this one is pretty easy, but yeah, we're gonna get better today with a few tips and tricks. Number one is repetition. Okay, there's no substitute for reps. You got to put in the work, you got to put in the time, and you got to find a way to get motivated. And whatever that looks like, if it's the heat of competition, if it's running racks, playing tournaments, joining leagues, buying your own pool table, whatever you have to do. Put it in your garage, get a shed that's big enough to play pool in. That'd be a pretty big shed. I don't know. Do whatever it takes, but there's no substitution for that. All right, here, this is kind of a tough cut here, and I don't know where the cue ball is going to end up, so we got to just hope for the best. I'm going to try to keep it in down the middle of the table so it doesn't get stuck in some weird spot along the rail. And here, I'm tempted to hit that orange one in the middle, but nah, I can wait on that because that actually would be easier to hit into the side pocket once we get the opportunity. Here we can go for the 7 ball, but it's a little bit tougher shot than if I were to just hit the 6 ball into the side. And the problem is I'm not really getting rewarded with any easy shot after that. In fact, there's not much of any shot because it's probably just going to nestle itself up against the rail over there. So I'm just going to gently hit the 6 ball in and set up for, what is it, the 11 ball down there maybe, close to the corner. But you're gonna see some really tough shots during this rack, especially the last one. So stay till the end because this is 15 balls in a row getting hit in, and they get progressively tougher. Let's go on to the number 2 thing that's going to make it easy to make tough shots. And this is important. Don't compensate, okay? If it seems like you're lining up for your shot and you're like, well, I always hit this and it goes to the right or it goes to the left and I'm always off, so I'm going to hit it a little bit to the left or to the right of where I think I'm aiming. You can't do that. You got to find your line of sight, okay? You got to find your line of sight. You got to be honest with yourself. And if you're not seeing it clearly or it seems like you're out of alignment, a few things you can do. Get lower, okay, if you need to. Secondly, concentrate longer. It's a little tougher. You might find your neck stiffening up and your muscles tightening up and, tougher to breathe. Like, look at this long shot here. Okay. I got to hit this one in all the way across the table, cross corner. I'm getting down low. Okay. You gotta feel it out. It's gotta feel like it's gonna go in as you're lining it up and you're imagining the ball going. Like, envision where the cue ball's going, where it's hitting, and where the object ball ends up going in. You should be able to kind of envision what's going to happen before you actually hit it. This one, I'm just going to lightly tap it in, line it up for the 7 ball. Kind of similar to that shot I had before, but now it's a little more open, so I'm going to be able to kind of bring it off the rail toward the middle of the table. Another way to find your line of sight is level your shoulders. Okay, I've talked about in the past videos. It's something that I've kind of learned as of late. You know, I've had to kind of lower my left shoulder down a little bit, and it's helped me just be more solid and even, and you know, it just levels your whole line of sight out. And a solid balanced stance is another thing. Yeah, so those are some things you can do. Find your line of sight. It takes a while, I know. It takes experience. You know, it takes months and years of practice to get to the point where you're able to see clearly your point of aim and actually get towards it. So this one's kind of a tough cut. I came a little bit further than I wanted. I'm going to hit it pretty soft here with forward roll to basically come over to the other side of the table. And here I'm setting it up for the orange ball. If I came up short, I had the other one down there. And this is a little bit of a tough shot here because it's a longer shot. Excuse me. I got to hit the 5 ball in. Also got to put draw on it. I hate this angle. I always overcut it. But I'm going to take my own advice and not overcompensate. I'm going to take a little extra time to really find my line of sight, where the tip is aiming toward the ball, where my actual point of aim is. And yeah, sometimes it feels like the ball's not going where you're actually aiming. But you'll find it is once you stop making excuses and stop, you know, you got to be honest with yourself, basically. All right, and third and final way that's going to make it easier to make tough shots, you got to have belief. You got to believe that you can make the shot. I can't tell you how many times I step up to a shot that I'm like, oh man, you know, I can't make the shot. But then I say to myself, you know what, I can make this shot. And then the times that I do make it, which is very often, especially when I go into it with the belief that I can make the shot, it just instills that belief in myself that, hey, this is a shot I can make. And it goes into your self-conscious. It helps your self-esteem. It strengthens your resolve for the next time you see a similar shot. And you also find out that, you know, hey, these are shots I can make. There's no reason why I can't. And I'm going to step up with confidence that I can make the shot. Like, look at this one right here. Okay. Tough shot. You know, it's really tough to make. You know, I'm looking at where the cue ball is angled. The natural angle is going right into the other pocket, so I got to put a lot of draw on it. But I'm sitting here telling myself, like, there's no reason why I can't make the shot, you know. It's definitely possible. There's a certain, you know, angle I can hit it at, a certain spin I can put on the cue ball to make it so that it doesn't scratch coming off the ball. You know, I can find my point of aim, find my line of sight as I'm doing it, and just give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't, but give it a chance. You know, give it a shot to go in, concentrate, do your best, and yeah, there it is. Rattles it in, and that's how it's done.